All right, what's good? Happy Friday. It's July 30th. So first off, appreciation to everybody who's been following my page and my journey over the last few years. For the last, I'm going on 5 years, 5.5 years now I've been training. Um, and it's been dope. So people who follow me from like when I had like 2,000 followers, before the smoothie shop, like before like when I was still like fat, just trying to figure my life out. So one, I appreciate you guys because like everything has been motivation for me to continue to keep going and continue to stay on this journey. Right, so the shit is rough. Shit definitely does get hard. So those of you who are new, welcome to the page, yo. Welcome to my page. Welcome to my life. I'm Chris Ratney, real Chris Ratney. And it's been cool. So a lot has happened over the last few months, and I guess I can give an update now. So for everybody who's like following me, like when Instagram first came out, I was living in Arizona, so I've had literally like my first Instagram account since I started living in Arizona, like 2011. So that's how long I've been on like social media, like 10 years now, right? So and that few shit's happened. So because I've kind of, I ain't gonna say I wore my welcome in Arizona, but I definitely had to get the fuck out of there. I had been there for the last 9 years. For the last 4 years, I was trying to figure out what the hell I was gonna do and where I was gonna move to. So finally, I was able to actually get up and move. Move to the great city of Atlanta. Shout out to ATL. I guess I'm ATLian now. I love it here. It's fucking amazing, amazing people. The black culture is everything, yo. The black culture is amazing. I ain't never actually been here until October, and people knew I came out here for 2 weeks. Got off the plane, seeing black people, like cool ass black people, like yo, fuck it, I'm staying, I'm here, not going back. And that was kind of just it. Like so, literally figured out where I wanted to live for those 2 weeks. Kind of got involved in the scenery and lifestyle. Um, Applied for my apartment, got it. Went home. Literally got my U-Haul box thingy. Had everything packed up and ready to go out by February 1st. Meant that shit. So that was kind of that was definitely where it was at. It was definitely a well executed and well thought out decision. But it was time for me to grow my business somewhere else and to continue to grow as a person somewhere else. So it was like, why not do this now? I was 30, I was 32, 33 now. My birthday literally happened a month after I moved, but 32, own my own business. I have no kids. I'm not married, but it is what it is. It was cool. So I'm like, fuck it, why not? Why not do this? Why not get up and move? So I was like, bet I'm rolling with it. All right, so this point right here, um, if you follow the rest of this on my actual YouTube channel, The Real Chris Ratney, because IG, I'm not posting on shit on IG, so you get a little brief snippet, but the rest of it is going to be on my YouTube page, The Real Chris Ratney. This is my first one. But yeah, so yeah, I was out here and I decided to come out here and stay here, and I'm here literally forever. Like, if I'm fortunate enough to have kids and wife, whatever, I am definitely having that shit here. Even if I gotta import somebody from somewhere else, like to get married and have kids, like fucking staying here in Atlanta, never leaving. I'm travel with stuff, but I'm never Atlanta's home for me now. Just because the black excellence is real, and I grew up in Detroit, born and raised. So like for me, it's like familiar. It's very it's nostalgic for the most part, and I love being here. So I'm like, why would I not fucking be here? So in the process of doing that, being a full-time trainer but a full-time entrepreneur, um, my job is people, so I work in person a lot. And that was something I've been doing for the last 5 years, working in person. Even when I had the smoothie shop, I was still like training in person because I was fucking broke and I had to get my life together. So that's kind of where I was at. But when the pandemic hit, like everything, like just like everybody else, like we were affected. So because I didn't have the option of working at home, there was a lot of shit that was kind of happening. Like, so I was like doing online coaching. I was still meeting people with masks on in the park to work out because I had to make my money, right? I had to make ends meet. Had to get bread. And when it was time for me to move, because I had just like got another LLC, and there was so much shit that was going on that I was like, hey, you know what? I kind of want something that'll kind of keep me afloat and steady. Why I transitioned to moving to a different state. and that was mortgages. I actually like the mortgage real estate game because it's so much money comes in and out of that. It was something that I'm actually interested in. So I took a mortgage job um, back in December. Took a mortgage job back in December. I've been training the whole time, so like I had a few hours in my day where I wasn't taking any clients. I was just actually working out for the second and third time for my day, and I was like, man, I like mortgage job in between time. Work 6 hours a day. It was cool. Um, and I did that since December, earlier, like first week of December. I've been doing it, and until today. Today, for people who didn't know, I actually had a real like 9 to 5 desk job for the last few months because moving to a different city, and I wanted to kind of like make sure like my feet was on the ground running, but also make sure that I wasn't like just not making money. You know, work is cool, it makes good money, and it was definitely dope. It was definitely a good experience. But it took for that experience when you realize that I cannot do the 9 to 5 shit anymore. Hence why today was my last day. Over the last few months, my body has been like this, right? So my body's been like that. My mental has been like this because the job is low key been wearing me out. And I'm literally sitting at a desk all day long, and that wasn't something that I personally wanted to keep doing every day, right? So I did it for the last few months, and I worked in a desk environment before. I worked in a call center before, and I also worked at home. But my flexibility was a little bit different because I wasn't as right. I was like working the whole time, but I wasn't just like sitting in front of the computer. I didn't have to be in front of the computer the whole time, and that was something now that was different because in this mortgage job, I am literally in front of the computer all the time, and I'm getting micromanaged, and I hate that shit. One, you don't fucking pay me enough to micromanage me, but we were getting micromanaged by higher up, so like shit rolls downhill, right? And that was kind of the point I was at. I'm like, this shit is not working at all. Because I can't move around. Like I'm an athlete. I've been an athlete my whole life, and the only thing I'm really actually good at is working out and staying active, which is why I've been able to keep myself in shape for such a long time. And like even though I'm powerlifting, like I put extra weight on, but I was still active throughout my day. Like get up in the morning, go teach a class, go play basketball, all this shit. Like I was still getting going. But when I actually got forced, I ain't gonna forced, but when I actually get forced to sit down, because I decided to take a desk job because one, I want to make sure one that if a shutdown happened again, that I've been fine and I can still work from home, still make money, and without having to. I've seen some like I had a few trainer friends who went through it through the pandemic, so I kind of wanted to avoid that. So I was definitely making sure that I can do whatever I had to do to ensure that I can still afford to live, right? So something I chose to do. A lot of entrepreneurs who have still 9 to 5s, but you don't be an entrepreneur at 9 to 5. Get a 9 to 5 that's actually flexible to you and allows you to still freely do what you need to do. Because sitting 6 to 8 hours in a desk in one spot really fucked my body up. Because one, the weight that I have put on doing powerlifting, the healthy weight, slowly turned into me having a stomach. So that's why you see my pictures right now, or like my videos. I have a little gut. My hips are like shot to shit right now from constantly like leaning over, like trying to type whatever and not being comfortable. And my QL, which is like your quadratus lumbaris, it's the muscle that's attached like at your lower back. It's deep inside, so both my sides of my QL are shot to shit right now from sitting in the desk, to the point where it's even been hard for me to squat 135 because like my back has just been like whatever, right? But because even though I still work out, I have between like running a full-time like training business and then working full-time in mortgage at a desk, and then still trying to do all my exercise shit and still have time for my life, I would sometimes rush through my workouts. So I won't fully warm up, I won't fully stretch, I won't fully cool down. I'll get through all my actual working sets, but the small stuff that definitely adds up, I was not doing that. So I started neglecting my body a lot. Eating habits kind of went to shit because I'm sitting at desk all day. So sometimes I don't eat because I'm not hungry, because I haven't really moved around, so I'm not really hungry. Or sometimes I'll just eat out of boredom, and I'll eat bullshit or eat too much, and that was kind of the thing. So finally I had to really take a step back, talk to my financial advisor to kind of see what things were looking like and kind of where I was at financially. It's something that I can even afford to do. And yeah, I was like, cool. I looked at everything over. And it's crazy. I actually got my financial advisor right before I decided to put my 2 weeks in. So it kind of worked out. It was like perfect timing for everything. But it was like to the point where like, okay, cool. I can actually afford to step away from my 9 to 5 and focus on building my business and continue to be a trainer. That's my passion. That's what my heart is. And like I said, I have the opportunity to continue mortgage business and possibly move to sales, which was like where the good money is, and still continue my training business. But the way that my body was, I felt like was declining, and the way I was actually feeling emotionally and mentally, the money wasn't going to be worth the time that I was not investing to myself, right? So it was one of the things I was like, cool, I have to go ahead and just do this. So decided today, or 2.5 weeks ago, when I was in Arizona visiting my family, I decided that it was time for me to get back to what I do best, and that's work out and train, feel better about myself, feel better about my body. Granted, I knew it was going to be a journey, and I knew I would lose a few $1,000s a month because I was going to do a mortgage. And I was like, okay, cool, I can do that. I'll take that, because at the end of the day, if I'm like weighing my time versus my money, I would definitely much have my time. I would have my time to really focus on myself, focus on my business, focus on my value, right? The value I bring to the marketplace, the value I bring to people in the fitness world, people who follow me, people who come to my page for motivation to see my workouts. I can't do that if I'm not taking care of myself, and that was one of the first things that I realized. I'm not taking care of myself emotionally or mentally. Bills are paid. I'm getting myself out of debt, but I wasn't showing up the way that I'm just showing up for myself, and that's what was like the end point for me. Because sitting down and being miserable every day about going to work and not being able to like be myself. I've been called out. Like I had a client call me out about like my energy doing a training session because I was just kind of off. But it was like, that shit really was weighing on me for real. So yeah, I had to go ahead and do it. So I'm in the beautiful city of Atlanta. The green, the forest, the cities have the forest. I think somebody referred to that shit as, but it's really dope though. It's dope. Have a beautiful apartment on like the 15th floor of this dope ass building with a dope ass city view, and I'm blessed. You see like the city view behind me, the clouds and everything. That's like legit. That's not fake scenery. That's actually that's actually the view from outside my window. But it's something that was much needed, right? So I'm checking out things on my bucket list as I hit that sweet magical age of 33. I'm doing things like living downtown in Skyrise, which is on my bucket list in a big city. Growing nutrition business and fitness business, getting certifications, and now I'm working to continue to grow that financially and get my name out here more, right? Because this is what we get to do. And I'm excited. I'm excited for everything that gets to come with you. So again, thank you to everybody who's been continually following my journey, who's been rolling with me, even when I'm saying shit y'all don't want to hear, and everything like that. But I literally had to take a step back in my life and myself, and really, I needed to, get all my ducks in a row and figure out exactly where I was going and where I was headed. And figure out how to be more like generally my verbal self. Hence why I actually changed my name from C Radney Fit 24 to the real Chris Radney, because my whole life all I do is focus on fitness and sports, and that's been like a driver for me. But with conversations with other people about what I get to offer and what I do, and talking to people, and the more and more I give, and the more you kind of realize like, I'm good at other shit just besides fitness. So much stuff I'm learning, so much stuff I get to share. So I want people like, yeah, fitness is my job, that's my career, that's what my heart is. But I also want to be more genuinely myself outside of the fitness shit. So I changed it from C Radney Fit to the real Chris Radney. So now it's real Chris Radney on Instagram, Facebook. My Facebook page will be real Chris Radney, as well as my YouTube channel and my Twitter. My Twitter is real Chris Radney, because they can even put the because my shit too many words, too many letters. I mean, but yeah. So it's going to be. So like I said, I'm here. Our starting the Straight Talk No Chaser podcast. We'll be recording in the next few days, and we'll actually end up posting it the first episode of the podcast. I think by the 15th. So you see promos for that. Got other stuff in the works. The CS Lux clothing brand, so like luxury athletic wear. Like that's what I kind of focus on, because I love how I look in workout clothes, and I love how they feel, and that's why most of my money goes to workout clothes and workout shit in general. So, and food, because I eat a lot. But it's so much stuff that I get to focus on now and bring to light and do, and I'm excited for that. And I don't think that would be possible if I didn't if I didn't fail at so much other shit and figure out exactly where I want to go and what I want to do. But you'll be seeing more of this amazing smile and it's freshly beard. The beard is looking right because of the humidity. But yo, get at me. We're going to be having a lot of fun. Post a lot more videos, a lot more content coming for you guys. But anyway, you guys have an amazing day, amazing weekend. August is literally in next 48 hours or 24 hours, depending on when this video gets posted. But August is here. Fuck it, August is here. We're literally over halfway through the year. Let's go set. Let's get it done. And you're gonna be seeing more of me coming from the beautiful city of Atlanta. Let's get it.